Hello, everybody. It's Saturday, and guess what that means? You know what that means? It means free popsicles are down at the place for half off. Get them while they're hot. We are here doing episode number 19. I believe that's what it is, and we're going to talk about this thing that looks like part of a word. It might not be finished. I don't know, but it's not. It's not good. Let's just get to the problems here. Let's get to the dealios, because here's this movie. There's a lot of shouting. Oh my goodness. There is so much shouting. You are introduced by shouting. In the very start of the movie, you have all these people that are standing in circles, and they are just here yelling and shouting. Here is the shouting. This is how you would draw this. Now, when you become a professional artist like me, you will draw these lines, meaning they are shouting. It does not matter if their mouths look like they're open. These lines always mean shout, okay? So you remember this, and you will graduate from the Harvard of Arts schools. There you go. And every character in this movie, they were not able to be in the movie if they were not shouting. I think that the casting call was like, hey, just yell some stuff, and then we will accept you if we like the volume of your noises. So that's pretty much the entire movie is shouting. No, there was more to the movie, but this is really all I got out of it. Look at this. These people screaming at each other, being angry, sometimes punching, sometimes not punching. But here it is, you know, they're in the future and they have developed this thing where they can call it, what are they calling it? Slipstreaming? But it's basically they are shaking their bodies, their heads around, and that meaning they can teleport, basically. And they can go from, here is a spot in the world, here is the tiny world, it's all made of water until we add green, and then suddenly there are continents. There you go. And you can go from here, and you can use this technology, and you can go from here bouncing all the way to the farthest parts of space. Not even on the screen, look at this. All the way off the screen. You don't even know where they are. They're just flying around and boom. You didn't know that was gonna happen. They're right here, in the middle of some part of space no one's ever seen before. Whoopity-doo. But they can do this, and it's called slipstreaming. And every time they do this, their whole body is shaking and it's looking weird. But then when they get there, they're shouting and there's something happening, and there's some kind of ooze blobbing around. This movie was horrible. Let's just face the facts. The whole time there was this little blobby going around, and it was very being smart, and I guess they were calling it some kind of ooze from the primords. I don't know where it's from, but it's some kind of ooze, and it has been developing brain powers. And let's make this look like a brain. That looks exactly like my brain. It looks like a pancake with dollar signs in it. There you go. That's a brain. Now it's looking like a toilet, so let's draw a toilet. Because that's where this movie belongs. In the toilet. It was not that bad. I'm making it sound very awful. But that's only because it was terrible. In here is going the movie. All the shouting can go there, and I really think, maybe if they just turn the volume down here, let's drawing the slider here, the volume of the shouting, if you take it from here and you move it down and put it here, then the movie might be hearable, and you might, and then there's so much shouting, even, I've said this so much shouting 7 times already, because that's how much there is, 7 times shouting of every other kind of movie in the world. There is 7 times more in this one. Let's get the new screen, because this is making me tense already, just talking about it. You cannot have a movie like this, where there is a person, here is his eyes, this is the largest face I've ever drawn. Look at this, it's massive. You cannot just have him like this, his mouth is being this large, and there's nothing but shout coming out. Just nothing but volume. That's right up into your faces. Look at this. It's like a vortex of decibel pain. Now it looks like a spider web, so now we will draw a spider here. His volumes have spiders on them. Here's 1 leg, 2 legs, 3, 4, 5, 7 legs. Like every spider I have ever known. Here's another one. You know what? Forget about this movie. We're just going to draw spiders. Here is a spider. This one's green. It's very important when you draw a spider that you draw a body, and then you draw another part of a body right next to it, because that's where his destructing jaws are. This looks like an ant now, so now it's going to be an ant. This is how you draw an ant, a green one. You draw these circles, then you draw another circles, and then you draw a third circles, and then 4 circles. Why not? Because this ant is crazy. He doesn't care. 5 circles and 1 is off to the side. No one cares. There's another leg here, leg there, leg there. There's a centipede ant. There we go. There's his jaws. So there's a centipede ant and a spider in this movie, probably, because there are lots of crazy oozing things happening. But basically there's this ooze and it turns into like body parts and whatnot. I don't know. You just have to watch this yourself, because I can't even talk about it anymore. It was so loud that I'm having crying, blooding tears from even thinking about it anymore. The screaming and the shouting and the punching. It's so violent. Just calm down with the movie. You do not need to make so much breaking of the glass from the screamings. Just calm down, everyone. It can be peaceful times. Look, here is the movie volume of this movie called... it's not even a whole word. Look at this. That's not the whole word. You take the volume and you bring it down to here, and maybe I'll rewatch it. Probably never. I will never watch this again. Let's just skip right to the Hall of Champions, because we all know it's nowhere. Look at this. Not even the movie itself. Not even the last star of the movie can be here. Look at the case. Oh, I have the wrong movie here. Look at this. I was so much stuck in the last movie, because the last movie was even better. The Case for Christ was way better than this movie. There we go. Let's fix it though, because that's not right. I don't even know how to fix it. What have we got going on here? There it is. Look at this. We're fixing this. This is a bug that we'll fix right on this spot. Because the best character in this movie was actually the primordial ooze. It was the only thing that was not shouting. My goodness. Now I am shouting because of this movie. The shouting must be finished now. We will get rid of it. So let's get straight to the lines, because it's going to be easy. No changes. Not really. And you know what? There it is. Primordial ooze. You get the cheer because you were not shouting. Yay! You really deserve some shouts for not shouting. Good job. The gal Gabe. Here he is. He is making an automata. Tommy Wirkola. He was the director of hopping over this. He was also hopping back over the own steps that he was on, and hopping over this, and then hopping and hopping until there was too much hopping, until I got tired of saying the word hopping. And he did this movie here. He was the director for What Happened to Monday. And then Julius Ona, I've been saying this wrong the entire time. He did not do Other Life. Not at all. He was the director of Cloverfield Paradox. He just did a little spiral because I was confused about it. Jaime Ordonez, once again, was the crazy guy here in the bar. Numi Dance was the actor in... What was Numi? Oh, that was the actor in here, in the What Happened to Monday. She did 7 roles. Good job. And then Mr. Antonio Banderas. You know what he has to do. He's always having to get lost and confused, and then he must teleport. Why does he have to teleport? I don't know. This is a new tradition for him. But he is going to teleport because it makes it easier to read the lines. And this time his DNA is affected. For no apparent reason, he was in this movie here. You follow this? Antonio, he goes here through these lines, loopty-loopty, through the red dot, out of this red dot. DNA is affected, and he was in the movie. This is not making sense, does it? That's the lines. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So let's get rid of it. We don't want to talk about this anymore. We don't want to talk... Look at this. What is this? This looks like a scarecrow's foot. Don't know what that is. Get rid of the drawings. This movie makes me angry. Let's go back to the here's and find out what movie we'll watch next time, because it's not going to be that one ever again. What is going to be? Well, it's going to be not that one. Goodbye. What have I done here? I've broken everything. I don't know what I have done here. I have totally broken the entire screen. We are not going to watch INFINI. We are... Wow. This is broken beyond measure here. Why are you here? Get up there. I am moving layers you cannot see. But I am moving layers all over the place. There you go. Get back in there. So you guys can just hang out here while I'm doing things that you can't even see. That's entertainment, right? Alright, turning off this one here. There, INFINI is gone. Next week, next Saturday, no more popsicles. We'll be talking about Martian Child. Martian Child versus What Happened on Monday. Let's look at What Happened on Monday one more time because it was way better than this whatever this is. Look at these drawings, they're not great. Can't even do the drawings. This was What Happened on Monday. Remember this? The Lord business and the fires and the people married with having the babies and the graph and the arrows. You remember, it was last week. Anyway, enough of that. I should not be doing this at this time of night. Especially after a bad movie like INFINI. What is that? It's not a word. Well, alrighty then. Just hang out with you for a second. Why not? Let's just draw something instead. We're not even gonna talk about the movies. Let's just draw for a while. How about that? I will teach you how to draw a flower here. First, you must draw the stem. Here it is. Look at the stem. It is slightly bent because no flowers are having the perfectly straight stem. Maybe. What do I know? And then it's curved. And in the air it goes around like a normal flower. There you go. And then you draw the petals. That looks like a very dangerous plant. This is not great. This is beautiful. It's even better than great. There you go. And then you have to make the different petals are the different color because that, look at that. There you go. This is called a primordial ooze flower. It has its own brain. There you go. I will draw the brain in pink because everyone knows that brains are pink, right? Are they pink? I don't know. I've never seen a brain. I probably don't even have one. There you go, there's a brain. A brain flower made out of primordial ooze. Until next time, we will not be drawing any brains inside the flowers. We'll be talking about Martian Child. Come along, why don't you? It's bound to be better than this one. I'm sorry, Shane. It was not good. Next try again, maybe, and turn it down next time. Goodbye!